Joining us now is former Nova Scotia Premier and member of the Prime Minister's Council on Canada-U.S. Relations, Stephen McNeil. Mr. McNeil, sir, first off, welcome. Let's start with the trade talks this week. What do you think is at stake here?
You mean across the country? I think they need to continue to send the message that they're going to build one Canadian economy. They've done work so far within respective provinces, but I think there needs to be a signal that they're going to take major steps forward in ensuring that we can have free and open trade within inside of our own country.
Based on your past experiences, what's it like when premiers all sit down to discuss such a big issue that impacts them all, like this trade war with the U.S.?
Well, everyone will bring their perspective view to the table, but ultimately it always ends up what's in the best interest of Canada. And I believe the premiers have done a great job over the last number of months dealing with the issue of international trade. Your lead-in interview with the U.S. Describes the difficulty. We already have a free trade agreement with the United States, one that was negotiated by the current president. And we're still in the midst of all of these talks about tariffs, and our country has been opened. The U.S. has a number of restrictions on Canadian companies as well, but these conversations need to happen at the bargaining table. While they're not, I think it's all that more important for the Canadian premiers to focus on the things that they can change within inside of our own country, and one of those is opening up and ensuring that we have the movement of goods and services across this country.
Do you imagine the Prime Minister will be facing some tough questions about where trade negotiations are at?
I think the Prime Minister has done a great job of staying connected to the premiers. They've always had calls, updating them. He's shown a great relationship with the Premier of Ontario, who leads the Federation table. So I think they're all walking in the same direction, and I think they need to stay that way. It will be important, though, that they send a signal to the economy of Canada that they're continuing to push forward, not only on opening up the boundaries, but what will these nation-building projects look like, and can each respective province have a piece of those projects?
So that August 1st deadline that Trump has set to make a deal coming less than 2 weeks away, how crucial is this final stretch for Ottawa?
Well, listen, each time we go to negotiate with the U.S., there is another change and another date. So let's continue to work at the bargaining table to try to get a deal. And the reality of it is we still are not 100% sure what that means on the 1st of August. There's a number of trade agreements, a number of things which would be exempt from this. So we need to continue to follow and obviously let our teams negotiate at the table with the president and his team. And I'm hopeful that we can find a path forward that works for Canada and works for the Canadian economy.
Are you confident Trump will stand by any agreement made?
Well, I'm confident that the Canadian government, led by our Prime Minister and the premiers and their teams, will be able to negotiate an agreement that Canada can stand by.
All right, we will have to leave it there. Thank you for your time, sir. Good to have you with us today.
Thanks so much.
That is Stephen McNeil, former Nova Scotia Premier and member of the Prime Minister's Council on Canada-U.S. Relations.